And greetings, everybody, and welcome to the House of Robot. I'm Jacques Howard. I'll be hosting a series of these, and I encourage you to check us out and follow everything that's happening in the music scene in the region via House of Robot, Trenton 365, and Trenton 365 Performing Arts. You can see that I've got a shirt on that says I am Black Cannabis, so I want to encourage you all to go over and check out one of my other efforts, which is Black Cannabis. And as the voice of Black Cannabis, we are also working to bring a different voice to the music scene in the area. Part of that music scene includes the gentleman I'm about to bring to you now. Everyone virtually welcome Skelly.
Thank you, Jacques. Thank you, Bill. Watch what you say and what you do. You're on the shelf, all eyes on you. Watch what you do and what you say. It could all come true or fade away. Open your eyes. Trial by fire. Sink into trance. Dance like devils dance. Nail down the lid. I'll bet you wish you'd hid. Can't close your eyes. Lord of the flies. Serpent and the rainbow. The serpent and the rainbow. Serpent and the rainbow, the serpent and the rainbow, serpent and the rainbow, the serpent and the rainbow, serpent and the rainbow, the serpent and the rainbow. Whisper your name, serpent and the rainbow, most dangerous game. The serpent and the rainbow, path now lies clear. Serpent and the rainbow, throw away your fear. The serpent and the rainbow, serpent and the rainbow, the serpent and the rainbow, serpent and the rainbow. The serpent and the rainbow, serpent and the rainbow, the serpent and the rainbow, serpent and the rainbow, the serpent and the rainbow, serpent and the rainbow, the serpent. You've got me crawling up the walls tonight. I see your shadow down the hall. I saw you slither up the wall last night. Tonight I see your shadow down the hall. But you, yes you, confound me. My heart is gripped within see fear, 'cause you've got me crawling up the walls tonight. I see your shadow down the hall. I saw you slither up the wall last night. Tonight I see your shadow down the hall. I get so cold when you're around me. My heart is gripped with an icy fear. You've got me crawling up the walls tonight. I hear you scratching at the door. I saw you slither up the wall last night. Tonight I hear you scratch across the floor. I get so cold when you're around me. My heart is gripped with an icy fear. I get so cold when you surround me. Your ghost is more than I can bear. I thought I heard a ghost. It was just you all along. I thought I heard a ghost. Just you singing your song. There was dancing, dancing. There was dancing, dancing. Thought I saw a ghost. Was just a reflection in the glass. I thought I saw a ghost. Maybe next time you should ask. There was dancing, dancing. There was dancing, dancing. There was dancing, dancing. Ooh, ooh, ah. La da da. La da da, la da da, la da da, la da da da, la da da, la da da.
Jump right in here. I want to say this is awesome. And I want to first say a big shout out to Bill Nobes and House of Robot. Actually, Skelly, why don't you join me in a light little brief round of applause to my man here. Yeah, it's actually nice to be able to partner with someone who has the skill set that Bill Nobes has and this wonderful facility as well. And that goes right out to everyone out there who's listening and watching. If you're someone who's got some interest in this, make sure that you follow us and drop us a DM and let us know what your thoughts are. Let us know what your thoughts are, and then from there we can discuss having you here or for you to sponsor as well. A big shout out to the folks who are supporting us now: Black Cannabis, Trend 365, and of course the House of Robot. But now it's super important for me to chat with my new friend Skelly. And Skelly, I want to get back into what we had, the conversation we had when we first connected, and it was via the local scene in Trenton, New Jersey. And some of the spots that people play there, et cetera, and some of the people such as Ben from Social, who was instrumental in doing a lot of things in the performing arts scene in the area, and he's not with us anymore. But can you just talk briefly about how you got connected with the particular scene just in Trenton?
I mean, I've always, through my 20s and 30s, like would go to Trenton to see shows. I was in bands 10, 15 years ago that used to play through Trenton. And then I didn't take a break, but just shifted gears for a few years. Mm-hmm. And the last 4 or 5 years I've been doing what I'm doing now, what you're seeing now. And right around that time I started going back to Trenton and seeing shows at the Mill Hill in the basement. And
shout out to the Mill Hill crew, y'all listening. Yeah. I know it.
The Punk Rock Flea Market, and so they actually booked me for one of the punk rock flea markets, and that for me was like really jumping in with both feet at that point. Mm-hmm. And things sort of took off from there. I met Bill shortly after then, and a lot of the other bands and a lot of the other artists that are all wrapped up in this thing, you know.
Dig it, man. And that's the cool thing about what's happening here in the space, is that it's very organic. Yeah. And there's people like yourself and like Bill who are doing these things, just letting it flow, letting this energy come through this space, and us being vessels, so to speak. With that being said, I want to talk about your style. And earlier we had chatted, and you threw out some terms that, like, when you listen to it, it sounds very poppy, very fresh, very joyful. But then when you start listening to the lyrics and you hear you describe what you feel your genre is, you get a different perspective. Yeah. So why don't you share what you told me?
You had asked if there was a genre that I attached to my sound or whatever. And the term death rock is the one that I tend to use a lot. And even though I don't sound like what death rock bands sound like, that description fits what I do, and I like a lot of those bands, so it works either way. And that's where I'm at now, is trying to bridge the gap between the stuff that I write and the stuff that I listen to, so that the fans that I can gather or are also the fans of the stuff that I listen to.
Cool.
So it's like I said, the name doesn't necessarily, I don't sound like a death rock artist, at least not all the time, but when you analyze the content of my songs, you definitely, it fits. Great.
So I know that we're going to be chatting a bit more later, but there's one in particular song I want you to kind of describe. And the lyrics were Serpent and the Rainbow. Okay. Can you just kind of talk about that series? Like, what brought you to writing that song and those particular lyrics?
Okay. That one, so there's a movie, The Serpent and the Rainbow. Mm-hmm. And I grew up watching that, and it scared the hell out of me when I was a kid. And I revisited it several years ago and was like, oh my God, I forgot how, just everything about that has a lot of good things going on. Found out that there was a book. I read the book. The book is nothing like the movie, but the book moved me sort of in a spiritual way, in a way that the movie never could have. Mm-hmm. The movie was entertainment, and it was fun, and it's still great. But I've already read the book 3 or 4 times, I think, and it's about a scientist that goes to Haiti to try to find the powder that they use to turn people into zombies. But the movie focuses just on all of that part of it, and the book really opened up my eyes to the culture there. And that song has kind of a calypso islandy kind of feel. The melody, I mean, that's that little. I didn't really make that up, because that's been around for centuries.
Exactly. You know what I mean? And I think, and I'm sorry for interrupting, but that I think is what catches the eye immediately.
Yeah.
Like, like, wait a minute, I know this. And then you're like, well,
exactly. Yeah.
No.
And so that had gotten stuck in my head one day. And the lyrics, I think, I knew I wanted to put words to that riff. And it was like way after I had been toying with that riff for a long time, before the Serpent and the Rainbow. I was like, oh, well, that's kind of a perfect fit. My feelings about the book and the movie and that culture with that melody. The funny thing about the song is that I only just finally put the stamp on it with like writing the lyrics. So I only had like a scrap of lyrics 2 years ago or 3 years ago when I first started writing it, and I sat on those for years, and then I wrote a little bit more, and in the last year or so I finally like finished that song. So that song's been in the making for like 8 or 9 years now.
Great. So I know you're gonna get back and play some music, and I know people tune in for that. But I want to make sure that when we come back for the next time to chat, that we talk about how you sometimes present yourself in your performances.
Okay. Yeah, of course.
And also talk about your passion for writing for film.
Yeah,
that
sure.
kind of thing. All right.
Okay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and anyone else, welcome back virtually, Skelly.
Thank you, Jacques. Black cats and vampire bats, black cats and vampire bats, living nightmare fantasy. Black cats and vampire bats in catacombs and railroad tracks, the living dead make the best company. Silhouettes and spider webs, skeletons dance in my head. I've haunted this house since the day I died. Stitched together from the dead, my sutures look like spider webs. Oh, Uncle Edgar had me mummified. Skeletons in closets hide like the ghosts of suicide. The broken promise is a shallow grave. When the autumn moon is high and restless spirits roam the night, we'll dance until our shadows turn to flame. Witches stir a wicked brew, frog like batwing cats I stew, lock of hair the feather of a crow. Drop of blood, some cattle bones, mixed with bad dog rabbit bone, the skull of an albino billy goat. Share with us the sight. We need a conjuration, need to sink into a trance. Need a sacrifice from the congregation, second sight the sanctified is dance. You think that we were lying? We're nailing down your coffin lid. Don't you be afraid of dying, because every day we like to taste that just a little bit. Ghosts and sheets and phantom creeps moving to the banshee scream, baby, gonna cut her up tonight. Speaking tongue in cheek and listen to the demons speak, baby, dancing by the firelight. Ooh. put on your favorite mask. So I put on my favorite mask. Dance all night with a knife in each hand. See who gets the last laugh. Such a clever disguise, but I can still see hell in your eyes. If I can just get this weight off my mind, suicide, you are wasting my time. Dragging me through the mud, just for a drop of your blood. I cut you down if it do any good. It's time to settle the score. The cemetery's so cold, I hope you find your way tonight. So cold, but that's okay, because we're dead by dawn. Oh, you know this game is growing old. I feel a chill run through my bones. Tonight your grave is empty. Tonight you'll disappear. So you slip through the trees and I see your shadow in the breeze. But if you don't get out of my dreams, I swear you'll be the death of me. An impossible ghost, made of wet leaves and burnt toast. And it's you whose guts I hate the most. My spine shivers when you are near. You've been asleep for so long, I hope you find your grave tonight. So long, but that's okay, we say, Auf Wiedersehen. Oh, you know this game is growing old. I feel a chill run through my bones. Tonight your face is empty. Oh, tonight your mask is fear. A broken promise, a knife fight is what I crave tonight. Your soul into this box it goes till we meet again. I've thrown the ox's bones enough to know you won't remember this. Tonight it's unrelenting. Oh, tonight you're in the mirror. Thank you.
You want to keep rolling, or you want to take a
I'll
little?
keep going. I'll do another one.
Yeah, do another cut.
Maybe this is what it's like to be dead. Or maybe this is what it's like to be dead. You should have painted your face when you crawled out of bed. You're stuck in the cold with me instead. Now this is what it's like to be dead. This is what it's like when the world goes red. Drifting away with something you said. You're drifting away. Was it something I said now? Twist the blade, winter twist the blade. Winter twist the blade. Come on, twist the blade. Come on, winter twist the blade. I got all I want to be happy, all I need to survive. Doesn't mean there's not a riot raging behind my eyes. The harder you try to be happy, higher the wall you climb. I'd rather be dancing underneath the moonlit sky. This is why I like to dead. This is why I like to go out of my head. 4 walls and a lid and the crippling said, but it's vicious and small, so I smile instead. This is why I like to be dead. This is why I like the world to turn red. I'm drifting away. It was something you said. You're drifting away. Was it something I said now? Summer, pull my braids. Summer, pull my braids. Summer, pull my braids. Come on, pull my braids. Come on, summer, pull my braids. I got all I want to be happy, and all I need to survive. It doesn't mean there's not a riot raging behind my eyes. The harder you try to be happy, the higher the wall you climb. I'll be outside dancing underneath the cardboard sky.
I wish there were 100 of me here to do that, man. So check it out, Skelly, man. I'm filling up my notebook, as many folks probably know I do, and bro, I'm really feeling it. I just want to ask you a quick question before we start talking about your image and score writing. But the lyric "Riot Behind My Eyes" and incorporating the whistle. Just talk about that, please.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I have everything I need in life, pretty much right here. You know what I mean? I don't want much else, material things like that. That said, it doesn't mean that I don't have bad days. It doesn't mean that my mind isn't constantly. Every day is like sometimes a power struggle with my own mind. You know, trying to stay positive and stay on track and do things like this and show up. You know, so that's. You can have everything you need and still be miserable, but it's how you deal with that misery, I guess.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to spending some time with you in the future to see what other music you produce, to see how this evolves. I mean, there's something special about how you incorporate these lyrics that in a different context would totally blow some folks away, in one genre. But then when you put it with melodies like you're playing, it's a total different perspective. Sure. And it's good stuff, man. I really dig it. So I want to make sure that we chat about your image. I mean, I'm going to tell you, I'm a little disappointed because after the pre-interview, I thought for sure I was going to be walking into a theatrical performance where you would disappear after the sound check and then reappear as this other character. So talk about your image a little bit.
I like to dress up and put on costumes and makeup at any opportunity I can. And this would have been a good one to do it. And my day I didn't know how my day was going to go, and it was going to be a last minute thing if it happened, and it was too last minute for me to feel confident. I didn't want to half-ass it. So
I hear you. No, and that's cool.
But yeah, I like, and that's why I like playing things like the punk rock flea market, because they love it,
Oh, absolutely.
And I've always that's my like one of my other secret passions is, like effects, makeup, and monsters and things like that. So when I'm not playing music, I'm trying to create, either masks or just things like that.
Cool. And I'm sure being a father too also helps in that as well.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of fun.
That's awesome. And I want to give a shout out to the Detroit Punk Rock Flea Market. Again, that's your trifecta, Joe. You got shouted out 3 times tonight. All love, bro. And so let's talk about scores. You like writing, the idea of writing for film and so forth. And then I want you to take that and talk a bit about the community of filmmakers and photographers who do visual things as well.
I'm not too plugged into that community.
Okay.
I have friends like Tony Goggles.
There you go. Now, you know how upset Goggles is going to be to hear that I mentioned a local filmmaker and you were like, Tony
No, I love it. Don't get me wrong.
No, I know. I'm just going to bust his chops about it.
I've
But
never worked with him in that context.
For sure.
I haven't worked with anybody in that context. And that's still writing scores it's sort of something that's always going on in the back of my head. If I'm walking down the street, I'm imagining what music would happen with whatever I'm seeing. But it's also on the back burner in the sense that I'm enjoying doing this a lot, and I haven't figured out yet when to incorporate that part. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm going to stop you there because I think everyone wants to hear you play more music.
Sure.
So, again, folks, virtually, let's welcome Skelly.
How much time, Bill?
Another 15, 20.
Okay, so I'm going to switch to bass then.
All right, well, while Skelly's doing that, it's time for me to just chat a little bit about some of the things that are happening. So it's cool to be hooked up with House of Robot, and we'll be getting some ideas together about some merch. And the whole idea behind this is that we want to promote and give performing artists, an opportunity to reach a different audience with the support of this awesome studio, the House of Robot, here in Central New Jersey, and also partnering with me and my network through Trenton 365. And we're looking forward to having more sponsors come on, and make sure that you check out Trenton Punk Rock Flea Market. We're going to give you another one there, Joe, but also Black Cannabis. And those of you who are into the cannabis scene recognize that this forthcoming industry is ready to take off, and there's opportunities for you to get involved. So here we are, folks. We are back, and we are ready with the upright bass, Skelly.
Thank you. Skeleton, skeleton, get out of my closet. You keep me from living life, rattling your bones all night. Oh, skeleton, you make me wanna vomit. Skeleton, skeleton, get out of my heart. I don't know where to start, but you're tearing me apart. Oh, skeleton, you wretched work of art. Skeleton, skeleton, get out of my soul. Your bony fingers are so cold, wrapped so tight around my throat. Oh, skeleton, you know I think it's time for you to go. You can't drive me. You can't drive me away. You're the one who dragged me from the graveyard. Check the mirror, you're the one who hides. Look into the mirror, 'cause the face you'll see is mine. Skeleton, skeleton, get out of my mind. Make me feel so sick inside, like I've been drinking turpentine. Skeleton, you make me feel so sick sometimes I wanna die. You can't drive me, you can't drive me away. You're the one who dragged me from the graveyard. I promise I'll be quiet for tonight. Just don't send me out of the dark into the light. Skeleton, 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 I'll put you in the garbage. You keep me from living life, chattering your teeth all night. Well, skeleton, you get out of my life. Temperature drops 10 degrees the moment you arrive. dozen memories drift across my mind. Thought I locked the door behind me, path was well defined. 11 icy fingers just danced up and down my spine. Your shadow's a calamity, it takes too long to say no, but you're dripping with insanity and it makes my blood run cold. Crawling through this nest of spider webs and silhouettes. Oh, I wish I could catch my breath. Sitting at the mirror, cause the curse should fit the crime. But the face that's staring back at me's got someone else's eyes. Debilitating madness so deliberately devised. All the pieces fit now, I can taste the way you died. Casket chaos seizes me, I'm sinking like a stone. Thought I had the recipe, but I've never been so cold. Crawling through this web of sparrow nests and bayonets. Oh, I wish I could catch my breath. You're out for blood. You're out for blood. I can see now that you're out for blood. You're out for blood. You're out for blood. I can see now that you're out for blood. Crawling down the corridor, I'm scrambling down the stairs, looking for the exit that won't let me out of here. Sitting in the tub now with the scarlet rivulets. The only exit I could find to catch my breath. Buenas noches. Buenas noches. Buenas noches. Buenas noches. Good night, my dear. Good night, my dear. Buenas noches. Good night, my dear. Good night, my dear. Buenas noches.
Thank you. That was beautiful. That was amazing, man.
Thank you, thank you.
That was awesome. Let me shut up now. That was great, man. Awesome.
2 more, 1 more, 3 more?
Whatever you want. You
Okay.
got time?
What time is it?
8:39.
8:39. Oh, okay, I got plenty of time. You don't come around much anymore. And the last time that I saw you, we were settling the score. 1985, 1984, lying in a crimson puddle on the bathroom floor. You don't come around here like you used to. Painted red the town, oh boy did we get juiced. Hanging from the back of the caboose. And then you tightened up the noose. Happened just 2 miles up the road. Just 2 miles up the road, not across the street. Happened just 2 miles up the road. Happened just 2 miles up the road, not across the street. Cousin Sally slit her wrists in the bath in late November. Cousin Sid, he did the same. The very next July, Uncle Edgar hung himself with his belt from the rafters in the barn in mid-December in 1985. You don't come around much anymore. And the last time that I saw you, you were scratching at the door. Drag yourself from the grave, croaking nevermore. Lying in a scarlet pool on the kitchen floor. You don't come around here like you used to. Chase the dragon off the cliff, forgot about the noose hanging from a thread without a clue. And then you jumped off of the back of the caboose. And then you jumped off of the back of the caboose. And then you jumped off of the back of the caboose. And then you jumped off of the back of the caboose. That's gonna drive me crazy. Something buzzing.
While Skelly gets situated, we're gonna have thanks, Bill. Thanks for the switch over. You all set, Skelly?
I don't know yet, so.
All right, so why don't you go ahead and keep on playing around over there? Yeah, and this is the cool thing about what we're doing here at House of Robot. You can check us out on Friday night. Make sure that you stay connected on the Facebook page, House of Robot. Also follow Trenton365, the numbers 365. And then also check out some of the other things that are going on in my particular world, which is Black Cannabis, also Trenton Cycling Revolution. You can follow Trenton365 Performing Arts page as well. And there's a bunch of things that are going to be happening on the music scene. One of the things that I love doing is connecting the dots. And I'm already thinking about some cool things that we can get Skelly into. How you making out over there, partner?
Good.
You good?
Yep.
All right. All right, everybody, back to Skelly.
Close all the doors and the windows. Feel the chill deep in your bones. Make no mistake when the wind blows, and you can find your own way home. I hold my breath in the shadows. So damn cold in this grave though. Wait for the click and the clatter, and you can find your own way home. My death is beautiful, my death is grim, whispers her name in your dreams. She smiles and swims up and down these crowded streets. My death is not for sale, oh no. My death can come to me tomorrow. My death is not for sale, oh no. And you can find your own way home. So I scrape and I scramble, sink your heart like a stone, lay in the briars and brambles, and you can find your own way home. My death is beautiful, my death is grim, whispers her name in your dreams. She smiles and swims up and down these crowded streets. My death is not for sale, oh no. My death can come to me tomorrow. My death is not for sale, oh no. And you can find your own way home. I have time for one more?
Yep.
And you mind if I switch to guitar?
And while you go and get that set up. So, Skelly, I'm going to jump in here again. And yeah, there's my man Bill doing his thing. Yeah, that's right, guys. Mask up. I know there's probably lots of different images of me and Skelly without their masks, but we are definitely social distancing, and we are masking up when we are not performing, so to speak. And while Skelly gets situated, just stick around after he's done performing. I'm going to make another suggestion for you to check out some of the other things that we're working on here, and for you to get involved, and especially those of you who are in the performing arts space. We want to talk to you. Skelly, you ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go. Skelly.
Thanks for sticking around, everybody. We're dancing in the graveyard, we're gonna wake the dead. Dancing on the bones of Aunt Fran and Uncle Fred. Before the night is through, we'll be dancing for a different tune. The moon is full, the sky is turning red. Coming out of the woodwork tonight, Wolfman's drunk and looking for a fight. Now the cops are here, well, at least they brought good beer. Devil's dancing in the pale moonlight. It might sound crazy, but we don't care. The freaks are out tonight, so you better beware. Come on down, it's gonna be a scream. Black cats and vampire bats make the best company. Cousin Sally, Cousin Sid, open up them coffin lids. Join us at the Graveyard Jamboree. We know we're crazy, so please don't stare. We get inside your head and give you wonderful nightmares. The moon is full, it's turning red with blood. They say that's never a good sign, but hey, so what? Come celebrate the moon with ghosts, goblins, and ghouls. Now put on your dancing shoes and cut that rug. Thank you.
Man, you got a new fan, bro. You got a new
Thank you.
fan.
Thank you.
Yeah,
You do too.
thank you, man. I'm looking forward to seeing what else you're going to be doing. Folks, we're going to keep this short and sweet. Virtual thank you to Skelly for his performance tonight at House of Robot. We encourage you to make sure that you stick around and support all of the artists that we're going to be bringing to you together. Trenton 365 and House of Robot have partnered to make this happen tonight. We're going to be doing some awesome stuff in the near future, and you can get involved as well. If you want to be a sponsor, you want to drop a commercial in here or something like that as well, we can do that. Just make sure you DM us with all the details. And I think Skelly's got something else he wants to say.
Just a quick shout out, Nikki Nailbaum for putting me in touch with Bill.
Yes, indeed.
Way back when. I mean, Nikki
Shout
was
her out,
amazing,
Mom.
So I wouldn't be here if it weren't for her. Laura McQueen, because she has been extremely supportive of me throughout this whole thing, and I'm here because she let me use her car. So I wouldn't even have had a ride here if it weren't for Laura. So I got to shout out to Laura.
We're going to do this here a little bit quickly here, so you can just yell to her real quick. Tell her she's watching right now. Laura,
No, I know she's watching.
Hit her again.
Thank you, Laura.
There
Thank you
go.
so much for everything, all the time. And all my friends. I mean, there's 100 million people that I could be thanking, but those two, I got to throw that out there. So.
And that's fantastic, man. Thank you so much, Skelly. And again, folks, just DM us for partnerships and performance opportunities as well.